Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more Zero Hour. Today we have Excal versus HF. Actually, you know what? I don't actually know who HF is, so this is going to be interesting. I'm going to have to try and find out after this replay. And if that is the real Excal, which I believe it is, then we've got a China mirror on our hands and potentially a very high level game. I can't remember who HF is. I download all these replays. I must have about 100 replays in my folder. And I can't always remember, so I think we've got a very high level game on our hands. And the replay title, when I clicked on it, didn't actually have who these players were. It just said it was a very good replay. So let's see how good this replay is. I believe it's going to be a really decent one. So we've got a China mirror. We've got Cyan for Excal in the north, and he is doing a little bit of an unorthodox, strange build order. He's got a war factory and a barracks pointing forwards. And then we've got HF, who is also China in the purple. And he is building a barracks and a war factory, but slightly further back and actually keeping his command center as well, which I don't really recommend, and a little bit strange. Excal actually taking all of the center buildings. It's a little bit strange taking all the center buildings, because the only thing that purple would have to do is 2 war factories, flamer, outpost, and that would clear out the whole of the center and be a pretty strong counter to this. So a little bit strange of a replay so far. We've got 2 red guards being produced and are now going to each of the oils, but I feel in a China mirror the best build order is just the simplest build order, which is just 2 supplies, 2 war factories, and I'm pretty sure based on the build order that we've seen Excal produce so far that Excal would be dying to that. So I think this is a slightly older replay. So we've got outpost versus outpost, and they're both going to be traded off. Whoever evacuates their units first usually has a slight advantage. But these are going to face off against each other. We've got a flamer going down this left-hand side, and that's actually going to get in the supply line. That's really, really bad news for Excal. Only 1 truck there. And... oh, no. That was really bad. It's going to be TNT'd. It's probably going to explode before it gets the flame wall off. Yeah, no need to sell that. That's bad from both players there. I don't think this is necessarily a high level replay. Unless it's just very old, and this is just the standard of play back then. And today's replays, top level, you kind of probably wouldn't see that. It's really, really bad. We've got a flamer here. It's now going to get to the supply of this player, the purple player. And the flamer there is going to bug out a little bit, but I think if he just does a flame wall, that garrison building will just go down. We've got a load of tank hunters now being produced from HF. And this whole supply and bunker is having to be sold. That truck's going to go down as well. I don't think this is a top level replay somehow. Unless it's just really, really old. I'm not 100% convinced. We've got the apparent Excal now on 4 supplies, making a Gatling cannon on this left-hand side. Quite a lot of tank hunters going down there. That's why I don't like the tank hunter spam. Because 1 flamer just wrecks them all. But the flamer did go down. This flamer is just kind of left at the moment. Excal sending a outpost in that's going to go to his death as well. Nice evac there, but then went back inside and has died as well. That flamer is going to go down. There's a troop crawler in the mix as well, which is quite a rare appearance in the China mirror. We've got a bunker going down on the left, and Excal has been allowed to take both oils. HF is pushing forward with his troop crawler, but I don't know why there isn't a flamer in the mix instead, because that could just go over here, clear out that, flame that, and GG. Maybe not GG, but would cause massive damage anyway, rather than the troop crawler. This troop crawler is just going to die to the gap. It's got a bit of a weird game and a bit of a weird situation. I kind of wish I knew who these players were, but at the moment it's hard for me to tell. But actually, you know what? Maybe it is good that I don't know, because now I'm having to guess whether it's just an old replay or not. Otherwise, I just know, and it's kind of fun. having to guess. Adds a little bit of excitement to it. Maybe you guys can help me. So this blob of units is now pushing forward, and I don't believe the Excal at this point, if it really was him, would not just make a flamer in this situation, because 2 flamers here would just annihilate this. The 3 helixes that he's produced is going to the base, and he's built another outpost. This can't be the real Excal. It cannot be at all. But the Gats here are going to do quite a bit of damage to at least one of the helixes. Another Gat out as well. 2 helixes going down. That one hasn't been finished off. 3 helixes completely wasted. There's no way this is Excal. For anyone that doesn't know who Excal is, it's a one of the best players to ever play Zero Hour, or considered maybe the best. I started playing roughly at the same time he kind of stopped playing, so I didn't really play many games against him. Or if I did, it was when I first started playing. In which case he probably just beat me every single time. But yeah, that is the real one. I'm not convinced this is necessarily the real one. It's looking really, really bad for Excal at this point. This blob of units have just kind of marched through the middle and just annihilated everything. Now the command center is under threat. There's a flamer at both supplies, and the command center is taking heavy damage as well. Flamer is such a good unit for dealing heavy damage to a command center. Just one unit by itself can cause massive, massive damage. The oil is being recaptured by Excal, and weirdly the red guards are just stood by watching it happen. Got oil still captured over there. The trucks are all going to the death, and suddenly the Cyan player has gone from looking absolutely huge on the map to being pushed right back, just simply because he didn't make a few flamers, and because he just invested all that money that he had from the 4 supplies into 3 helixes, and then completely threw the helixes away for absolutely nothing, really. I think he killed, like, what, 2 Gats did he kill? War factory going down this left side, but there are 2 Gats there, and that war factory needs to be built quick, because the Gat could have actually just tapped it and cost him the game. That probably would have been game. Excal's on 9,100. This is like the weirdest game. Such a strange game. A massive load of units in here, but this 1 Gat and Flamer there could cause massive damage, if not kill all of that. May not look like it, but it really could. 2 Gats here is going to kill that first outpost, and the Flamer behind it is taking heavy damage as well. There's no flame wall, no nothing, and the Gats are going to kill the Flamer as well. Outpost being produced at that point is just ridiculous. There's no way this is Excal. I really should have checked this. This is not Excal. Those are going behind the war factory, and I'm just so confused by what is going on now. There's a war factory being produced next to the supply. What the hell? This is the weirdest. There's a flamer now out. Finally a flamer, and you see how many units it's killing? It's killing everything. The flamer is coming in to kill the war factory. These units have decided to push through the Gat, and the flamer and have succeeded. That war factory is going down. Excal is producing he's got a war factory in the middle as well now, apparently, and those are building a power. There's a flamer over here has now killed the oil, and Excal's on like the last few units on 3,500. There's got to be a flamer coming out of that, but it's not going to be produced very fast until that power is up. But if he just produces a few flamers now, the unit micro from HF is not looking on the best of forms. Is there going to be a flamer out? The flamer is out. Oh, did that kill it? Yeah, it killed it. The flamer killed the propaganda center, and all these Gats are taking heavy damage. The flamer does eventually go down. Excal now building a supply in the enemy's base. He's got a flamer from the front now, and these Gats are just going to walk straight into the flame wall. They're both going to go down. There is one flamer. Sorry, there's loads of flamers now versus flamers. The Gat's just going to walk straight into the flame wall, and HF is going to lose his command center. HF is sending his whole army to the middle. Supply being rebuilt back in Excal's base. Flamers now destroying the whole base of purple. Flame War was a little bit off there. Flamers are going to push forward. We've got that dozer actually went down. Building supply there was ridiculous because there's no supplies left anyway. The middle building has been cleared out, and purple is building a power scaffold in the enemy's base. But does he have any dozers left? He's built a few scaffolds around, but I think he's out of dozers now. Oh no, he's got a dozer there. Flamer is actually going to finish off a truck. Flamer here is going to kill the barracks and the supply, but there's only one dozer left for HF. He's on 3,500. Excal, or the apparent Excal, has got a few scaffolds left in weird places now. And this Flamer, going by the gap micro I've seen so far, I'm going to say this one Flamer is going to just destroy all these gats. Look at that. Oh my god. Oh man. What you should do in that situation is just kind of hang back with the gats, and the Flamer is trapped. There's nothing the Flamer can do. You do not want to approach a Flamer behind a building like that. Excal. I think Excal's dead, because there is a dozer left, but no money, and that's his last building. That's going to be GG. That's got to be GG. GG. What the hell did I just watch? What the hell was that? I was completely thrown off thinking that was a top level game, but I'm going to have to go and immediately after this replay, I'm going to go and check who that was, because I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Really weird replay. I doubt that was Excal, and I have no idea who HF is, but a really close game right down to the wire. Really, really strange trying to mirror. But I do think 2 war factories would have just killed the if purple had just done 2 war factories in the beginning, he could have killed the Cyan player so quick. Obviously to me it looks like an older replay, but yeah, really strange. Don't know, what do you think, guys? Like the video if you liked it, leave a comment and let me know what you thought. GG, and I'll see you soon.